Losing a hat is nothing compared to what we've been through this year. Good day, everyone. I am Gregory Loving, Chair of the University Faculty and Marshal for today's ceremony, and I just can't tell you how glad I am to see you. The audience will please rise as the 202nd All-University Commencement Ceremony of the University of Cincinnati is opened. Please stand for the presentation of the colors by the University of Cincinnati Bearcat Rifles. Please remain standing while Victoria Popritkin from the College Conservatory of Music sings the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. In the rugged straight glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, good afternoon, everybody. What a beautiful day for a graduation. Graduates, it's delightful to see you here. I'm going to ask you to stay standing. The rest of family and loved ones, please be seated. Welcome to the University of Cincinnati's Spring Commencement, our first in-person for over a year. I'm Neville Pinto. I want to thank our singer from the College Conservatory of Music, Victoria Popritkin, for the beautiful anthem, and our Student Affairs Division for their work in preparing today's ceremony. To me, today's graduating class is extra special. Many of you were members of the 2017 freshman cohort who arrived during my first year as UC's president. I have a photo to share with you today. It should be up on the big screen. Do you remember this? This is from the new student convocation on August 18th, 2017. You might recall that on that day, I gave you a baseball cap with the Bearcat logo. Do you remember that? I said someday I wanted you to see you trade that cap for this mortarboard. Today is the day. Class of 2021, congratulations. How about we join in giving them a round of applause? Well done. Please be seated now. It is said that often when you think that you're at the end of something, you're at the beginning of something else. For your commencements this year, this is true on multiple levels. It's true for the degrees that you have worked so hard to achieve despite a pandemic. Credentials that will launch the next stage in your life. And it's true as our world makes strides to end the pandemic. We're beginning a future forever changed by what you and we have experienced. As we think about your new beginning, our new beginning, let's take a moment to offer some additional but very important thank yous. First and foremost, graduates, to the family and loved ones who believe in you and helped you to reach this moment. How about a round of applause for them, whether they're here or watching our streaming video. And for our faculty and staff who taught you and mentored you over these last several years. Let's also give them a round of applause. In all today, class of 2021, you are 6,866 strong, a university record. Hailing from 82 different nations and 50 states, you are receiving 7,225 degrees. Among them are 242 doctorates, 297 professional degrees, 1,433 masters, 4,749 bachelors, and 504 associate degrees. Parents and family, think of all the work it took to earn those credentials. I think another round of applause is merited. Graduates, the transition that you're beginning as UC's newest alumni and the future we all face collectively may be a source of some uncertainty and trepidation. Those feelings are natural, but I also want to assure you that you are ready and will do extraordinary deeds. I've met many of you over the years, and you are an inspiration to me. You give me confidence that the future is in the hands of a caring, courageous, and capable generation. In the new beginning that lies ahead for you, you'll discover that one of the most fun and fulfilling parts is that your quest for learning and growth will not stop. Your desire to know and learn won't turn off like a switch just because you're receiving a degree today. You may take a short rest from learning, which you deserve, but you will and must remain forever inquisitive. This is a defining part of what makes us human. Our minds never stop seeking to understand and expand, searching for answers to the unknown and moving on to the next new horizon. As you begin what comes next for you, remember this advice attributed to scientist Marie Curie. Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less. In so much of life, I have learned it helps to conquer anxiety and uncertainty by letting our own natural sense of curiosity carry us forward. Even in the middle of the pandemic, the human race has not halted in our quest to know and discover. For example, the intense push to find a vaccine to fight COVID sparked research and collaboration around the world. These vaccines are true triumphs of scientific and human inquiry. Facing one of the most challenging times on our planet in nearly a century, we did not waver in our quest to understand new frontiers. In July 2020, at the height of the pandemic, NASA launched the Perseverance rover on a 7-month, 293 million mile journey to Mars. Reaching its destination in February, it has been sharing images that have captivated minds around the world. Our global neighbors in China also now have a spacecraft orbiting Mars, with plans to land its rover sometime this year. And the European Space Agency, in collaboration with Russia, will launch its mission to the Red Planet in 2022. As you can see, the hunger to know and understand is shared around the world. Here at home on our own planet, a journalist who seeks great understanding of the world's many cultures has been gaining this knowledge firsthand on foot. He's walking along what is believed to be the path of the earliest human migration, 24,000 miles from Ethiopia to Argentina. This trek has already taken him across Africa to the Middle East and Central Asia. 8 years into a journey he estimated would take 7, Paul Salopek is almost halfway to his destination as he chronicles his journey on the National Geographic website. About a year ago, a pandemic lockdown of the borders temporarily halted his odyssey in a remote hill town in northern Myanmar, where it rains 13 feet a year. While the lockdown and the weather have provided time for him to write a book, he is eager to resume his journey. The path ahead will take him through China, Siberia, and across the western regions of North and South America, ending at Tierra del Fuego in the Southern Hemisphere. As he explained in a recent interview, in the age of instantaneous information sharing, he is using the antique vehicle of walking to listen, learn, and observe. His simple act of walking is in itself a lesson to us all on the need to slow down, to learn deeply. Perhaps this is a lasting lesson that COVID has also taught us. On another level, his journey reveals that the hunger for understanding can indeed overcome fear and discomfort. While he walks, he says he's also learning about the fragility of our planet and our interconnection as human beings, no matter where we live. Based on his journey so far, he imparts this advice. He writes, "Tread lightly upon the earth. Share what little you have with strangers. Scan the horizon for rain. And then maybe, if we pay close attention, and if it's not too late, and to be sure, if we're lucky, our descendants will look upon us with more compassion than contempt." To his wise words, I would add, be humble and curious enough to appreciate there is a great deal to learn, and be confident in your ability to learn what you do not know. Never stop learning. That is what our Bearcat family hopes you will continue to do throughout your life ahead. Congratulations, class of 2021. I wish each of you the very best for your future, and go Bearcats. It is now my pleasure to introduce the chairman of our Board of Trustees, Ronald L. Brown.
Thank you, President Pinto. This class is a great example of how no matter what life throws your way, whether it be a pandemic or a rainstorm, you make the most of it. Congratulations, class of 2021. As you graduate today, the joy of this milestone feels doubly special as we celebrate your accomplishments and feel so optimistic about your future. It's my pleasure to bring you best wishes on behalf of my colleagues on the 9-member Board of Trustees. Along with me, the trustees joining us today on stage are the following, and I ask them to please stand as I call their name. Vice Chair Thomas Michel. Secretary Kim Hyman. And Margaret Valentine. Thank you. Graduates, we congratulate you on finishing your degrees. Please know that we are very grateful for everything you did to keep yourself safe and your fellow classmates safe this past year. We also are grateful for your perseverance in achieving this significant milestone. For our board, our #1 priority is your success. As a result, we view commencement as the most important day in the life of the University of Cincinnati. We also see this day as a significant turning point
not just for you, but for the whole of society. We wish you much success and look forward to the ways in which you will use your education and degree to make an impact in your personal life, your professional life, and the life of your community, however you define it. As an alumnus of UC myself, I actually graduated right here in Nippert Stadium. It's my honor and pleasure to welcome you into our family of over 315,000 alumni. Your graduation makes us proud. Once again, congratulations, class 2021. Go Bearcats! And now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Christy Nelson, Executive Vice President and Provost, to recognize the recipient of the Excellence in Mentoring of Doctoral Students Award.
It is a great privilege to announce the recipient of this year's Excellence in Mentoring of Doctoral Students Award. The 2021 winner is Dr. Pankaj Desai, Professor of Pharmacokinetics and Chair of the Pharmaceutical Sciences Division for the James L. Winkle College of Pharmacy. Dr. Desai has been a leader and mentor since he joined the College of Pharmacy in 1995. He served as the principal architect of UC's Drug Development Graduate Program and has mentored over 30 doctoral students, many of whom are now leaders in the pharmaceutical industry. One such mentee is Dr. Bharat Damli, who leads clinical pharmacology for Pfizer Pharmaceuticals. Throughout his tenure, Dr. Desai, or Doc as he is formally referred to, has worked to create a sense of community for his students, a community that is grounded in collaborative learning and centered on patient care. He encourages his students to empathize with and show compassion for their patients. This approach to learning and science is directly reflected in Dr. Desai's laboratory and the work of his students. Together, they are developing new ways to treat malignant brain cancer and are currently testing a promising new compound that can become a very important tool in fighting brain tumors. When asked to reflect on his career, Dr. Desai had this to say: "I hope that at the end of the day, we can make a real difference in the lives of our patients. That, above any award or publication, is what matters." And now, I'd like to invite Julius Friedman, a graduating senior from the College of Arts and Sciences, to deliver special remarks to the class of 2021.
Good afternoon to all of you here in the stadium and those of you watching. I first want to say thank you to the university and administration for allowing me this opportunity. I must say that I was cautiously excited when I received this opportunity. Now you may say, cautiously excited is a weird phrase to use, but I felt like it fit my feelings well. When this opportunity was made available, I couldn't believe it, that a student would be able to do this. I'm grateful that the administration made this possible, but I had to say yes to this opportunity and be willing to put myself out there. Now, the reason cautiously excited, explain my feelings well, I was of course excited because this is a great opportunity, but I was cautious because I actually wanted to have something substantive to say. A quote that embodies my internal struggle well comes from a well-known Greek philosopher that I'm sure we all had to learn about at some point, Plato. He says, "Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something." So I hope you understand now why I felt the way that I did. I am sorry, but I cannot see my speech at all. This is the technical difficulties that go with the day. My apologies, everyone. Not well. Is it, I think the wind has a lot to do with this. Is it possible if, that I can grab my written speech, because I did bring it with me? Is it? Yeah, I'll go grab it right now. Momentarily. All right, folks. All right. Now we can really proceed. This is what we do at UC. We stay prepared at all times. Can I start again for you guys? All right. Good afternoon to all of you here in the stadium and those of you watching. I first want to say thank you to the university and administration for allowing me this opportunity to speak to all of you. This is a moment I will treasure for the rest of my life, and I'm acutely aware of what a great honor this is. When this opportunity was made available, I could not believe it because this is such a major responsibility. And so I didn't think that they would give it to a student. I'm grateful that the administration made this possible, but I had to say yes to this opportunity and be willing to put myself out there. I was cautiously excited when presented with this opportunity to speak now. Now, you may think that cautiously excited is a weird phrase to use, but I felt it fit my feelings well. I was, of course, excited. This is a great privilege to speak to graduates, professors, faculty, and administration. The reason I was cautiously excited was because I know that I needed to have something substantive to say. A quote that embodies my internal struggle well comes from a well-known Greek philosopher that I'm sure we all had to learn about at some point, Plato. He says, "Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something." So I hope you understand now that I did not want to be foolish, but wanted these words that I share with you today to be truly impactful as we all enter the next chapter of our young lives. Now to the part that you didn't hear yet. When I sat down at my desk to write this speech, I started to reflect on my collegiate journey and what it took for me to reach this moment. As I was reflecting, I came up with the idea that we are not always going to thrive, but we are built to last. I received an email from a professor that confirmed this message for me. One phrase stuck out after reading the email. We are human beings, not human doings. We are human beings, not human doings. We are human beings first and foremost, but that reality often gets forgotten. Our society at times can make us feel as though we are only valuable to the world when we are doing, creating, producing, or building something. The great philosophers of Wu-Tang said it best. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all. Let's try that again. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, y'all. Whoa, I did not expect that. That's a great touch. We're having a good time today, folks. Wu-Tang is forever, so don't forget that. To be clearer and more concise, it can feel like we are only valuable when what we do is monetarily valuable. I want to categorically denounce this narrative, inform you that you are valuable regardless of what you do or do not produce. In this world, do not let the elites of society tell you that the degree that you receive, what you learned at this university, are not valuable because you won't make any money. When the sun sets on the horizon of our lives, the legacy we leave may include money, but the majority of it will be the impact that we had on others in our lives and in our community. This is where I want to focus my speech: human beings. All I can say after the year that we have had is that you all are something else. I cannot adequately describe the multitude of emotion that I have had about my fellow beings this year. There have been so many times that I felt frustrated, angry, sad, or confused about the decisions some make, the beliefs some hold, and the tragedies that many still experience. The part of this year that made my heart nearly break was watching human beings give up on each other in front of my eyes. Over the summer, I saw human beings calling for the simple acknowledgement that their life matters, while simultaneously being ignored or outright rejected by too many other human beings. The problem persists even into our present day. It did not begin with George Floyd, and it does not end with Daunte Wright. During the fall, I watched my country try to devour itself from the inside as human beings refuse to acknowledge the legitimate concerns of other human beings. Throughout this entire year, it felt like there was a lack of willingness to sacrifice for one another, even when the issue was a life or death dichotomy. This reality pushed me to the brink of being one of those people who gave up. This year, I found myself just doing what it took to get by. A human doing, not a human being. Now, this gloomy story I have told you is the truth, but I never actually gave up. I want each individual to know this, and I mean it from the depths of my soul. I still believe in you. I still believe in us. We have had to rely on each other so much, and I know all the terrible things about us, but there is still an idealist in me that cannot shake, for some reason, that still believes we were not always meant to thrive, but we were built to last. I also saw human beings go beyond their bare minimum requirement to their community. I saw human beings step up and take responsibility for more than just themselves. If you are watching or sitting in this stadium, I know that you are one of those people. Whether you are a parent who helped pay for their child to attend this university or sacrificed more than most will ever know, a professor or staff member at this university who, in spite of their personal life problems, still committed themselves to teaching, encouraging, and motivating their students, a friend or loved one who made that time to make a check-in phone call or let someone cry when that's all they felt like they could do. Finally, a student who somehow in one of the most difficult times in America to pursue an education found a way to last. Graduates, there are many people who got you here, but you are the one who did every single assignment, even though you tried to calculate which ones you did not have to do to pass the class. Yes, I know that you had many sleepless nights, forgot about assignments to the last minute, and mastered the art of turning in things at 11:58 p.m. You will not always be thriving. Human beings around you will not always be thriving. The world that you live in will not always be thriving. But we are built to last. Thriving communicates that we are doing. Lasting communicates that we are being. As you leave this stadium and walk into each of your respective futures, you must know that it will not be easy. In fact, it may get hard. Life in this past year has shown us that we will not always be thriving. But as we become lifelong Bearcats, today tells us that no matter what happens, we can last. Take what you have learned here, whatever college you are from, and make it valuable in your own life and community. Say yes to opportunity. Believe in yourself and others. Go for it. This is not the time for cynicism, but the time for optimism. Say yes and submit to life. It's ugly and beauty. It's good and bad. It's dark and light. In this yes lies your ultimate purpose, which is maximizing the potential of this journey called life. Give it everything you got and last until your sunset arrives. Thank you. Now I would like to bring Dr. Pinto back to this stage.
Thank you, Julius, and thanks for that great recovery. We have a pandemic. We had rain yesterday. We have to deal with the wind today. What's next? Locust? All right, so let's take a moment to recognize this year's Presidential Leadership Medal of Excellence recipients who are part of our undergraduate class. As I say your name, each of our winners should feel free to stand up and cheer wherever you may be. Chloe Elliman from the College of Medicine. Fiergard O.Q. Bidu Williams from the College of Engineering and Applied Sciences. Chandler Rankin, Linda College of Business, who graduated in December. And Priyanka Vemuru, the Colleges of Medicine and Arts and Science. I want to give a special acknowledgement to any members of the armed forces in our graduating class. Will any graduates of the Army or Air Force ROTC program and any graduates who are active military or veterans, please stand. Thank you for your service to our great country. And now we begin the part of the program that you have so eagerly awaited. The University of Cincinnati is privileged to confer 7,225 degrees today.
Graduates, congratulations on your remarkable achievement. You persevered through unthought of circumstances to achieve your goals
and earn your degree from the University of Cincinnati. As deans of the colleges, we could not be more proud of you and wish you great success
as you step confidently into your future. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
President Pinto, I have the honor to present
for the appropriate degrees those persons who have been recommended by the outstanding faculty of the University of Cincinnati's
College of Allied Health Sciences of the Lindner College of Business.
By the innovative faculty who invented co-op, the faculty of the College of Engineering and Applied Science, the College of Medicine,
of the James L. Winkle College of Pharmacy,
of UC's Blue Ash College,
of the University of Cincinnati's Claremont College.
All right, with that introduction from the deans, we're going to go through a process that's a little different from past years. I'm going to call on each college's graduates to stand up. At that time, feel free to make as much noise as you think they deserve. That college should stay standing, and then I'll call the next call, and we'll go down the line until we cover all the colleges. So let's start with the first college. Will the candidates for the degrees in the College of Medicine please stand? Now remember, stay standing. Will the candidates for the degrees in the UC Claremont College please stand? Will the candidates for the degrees in the James L. Winkle College of Pharmacy please stand? Will the candidates for the degrees in UC Blue Ash College please stand? Will the candidates for the degrees in the College of Allied Health Sciences please stand? Will the candidates for the degrees in the Carl H. Lindner College of Business please stand? And will the candidates for degrees in the College of Engineering and Applied Sciences please stand? By the power vested in me by the University of Cincinnati, I confer upon you the appropriate degrees of the College of Medicine, UC Claremont College, the James L. Winkle College of Pharmacy, UC Blue Ash College, the College of Allied Health Sciences, the Carl H. Lindner College of Business, and the College of Engineering and Applied Science, with all the rights, privileges, obligations, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Now please be seated. We have a video.
Today you stand here, looking back on a journey well earned, a journey that started with just a vision, but has transformed into lessons learned. A path that has been forged through carefully, sifting through and picking up the stones as you went, setting them just right, making sure each step was grounded as you walked, becoming confident in your walk and your talk. The path you created is indeed a job well done. It is like no other, because it belongs to you and not just anyone. So as you reflect today and happy tears fall, remember all the things that help you continue to stand tall. The things that helped you all become beacons of light in this pool of life we all find ourselves in, to be warriors for your family, your future, and your friends. This journey was not easy, and it required you to grow, to bend and not break, to go fast and not slow, to pump up the energy and not let it down, to push forward with the mindset that next is now. So now, think of what master plan you will create next. Continue to harness all of your good energy and try your best. And when things get hard and you stumble across a test, remind yourself that your feet too deserve rest. Nevertheless, you should look in the mirror each day proud. You've made it this far. The question is, what will you do now? With the world full of open doors, opportunity, and lights ahead, congratulations, class of 2021. I hope you remain one step ahead.
All right, will the graduates please stand? Now this is going to be a challenge with this wind, but we're going to try it, right? So it is a long-standing tradition that after receiving a post-secondary degree, the cap tassel is shifted from the right side to the left side. This signifies to all the completion of the degree. Graduates, please move your tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, the University of Cincinnati Spring 2021 graduating class. Thank you so much. What a celebration. At this time, please view the video board as Victoria Poe-Pritkin will lead our graduates and guests in singing the University of Cincinnati alma mater. The words of the alma mater are on the screen above. Could everyone please stand for the alma mater?
Cincinnati, magic name, I proudly to the world proclaim. No sweeter word near charmed my ear, none to my heart was e'er so dear. A fountain of eternal youth, a tower of strength, a rock of truth. Oh, varsity, dear thy loyal children we will be. Thy loyal children we will be.
The all-university commencement is officially concluded. The recessional will now begin with the members of the platform party. Graduates and guests will be dismissed by section for the safety of our guests. Please remain patient as we dismiss by section. Please stay seated for further instructions, and thank you for attending the 202nd All-University Commencement Ceremony.
Congratulations to everyone on the graduation from the University of Cincinnati. We would like your help in exiting the stadium. Students will leave through the tunnel as you came in and meet your families at their vehicles. If you're seated on the west side of the stadium, to the left as you face the stage, please remain in your seats as we will disperse the crowd from the east. Families on the east side, to the right as you face the stage, you should now proceed to the concourse for exit. Please do not go towards the field, but proceed on the steps to the concourse. We appreciate everyone's cooperation, helping us all remain COVID safe. Students, you are allowed to head towards the tunnel. remaining students on the field could head towards the tunnel, we'd appreciate your help remaining COVID safe. Thank you for your patience. Those people seated on the west side of the stadium can now proceed to the concourse for exit. Thank you all for coming today. Congratulations.